I hope this works. Yes! And we are live.
Nice.
We are live. And now I need the bands. We're competing with Shake and Refnak. This is not the best times.
Yeah, okay.
But I am confused why the channel is not in the Age of Empires 3 category.
Okay.
I should have given it all the tags.
Mhm.
Ankron, yo. So, we start with easy versus L.
Right
Yeah,
in front of
but when I go to the Age of Empires 3 category, it does not show up, so I don't know if it's just on my side. All right. I wanted to find what the bands of the players were. We have Hauser and Hauser. All right. Should have guessed that.
So they are not Hauser enjoyer.
No.
As it seems.
Right. Right. Let's load into the game.
Yes.
Pause that 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm realizing they played on the wrong map. They
so
played
game,
on
so game 1 is map 2 and game...
No.
Oh.
The map was Sierras Pampeanas or
and they're
Sierras,
playing on
and
Pampa.
they played on Pampa, which is a completely wrong map. So I guess we should ask them to play this again.
Yeah. But I think we can cast it nonetheless.
We will cast it, but this is... Okay, things start well.
Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
Then
I will wait. I need to transition the overlay.
You give the start.
Yes. And we are in, and we can start in 3, 2, 1, go. And we have an Aztec mirror.
Yes.
Lucas L, the native enjoyer, versus Reezy. I'm not sure if Aztecs are a civ that he plays often or not.
I don't know either. I'm afraid.
But I'm certain that Lucas is quite proficient with them. I'm sure Reezy is also proficient with Aztecs. But Lucas L is known for his Aztec and Lakota. But we have
We
a
see
mirror
a-
matchups, and mirror
Yes.
matchups are always A, skill matchups, and B,
Yes.
show the different approaches of players to the civilizations they're playing. And I
On
wonder...
the other hand, both start very classic with the community plaza.
The start is mirrored,
But-
yes. It's completely mirrored.
But we see
Lucas-
Lucas did build a market very early.
And Lucas has his first shipment a little bit earlier than Reezy. Either it's the building XP from the market or some XP from treasures.
I think
Has he
it's the
got-
XP from the treasures. He did get a nice food treasure, I think.
First shipment for both are the 3 villagers. Let's take a look at the decks.
Yes.
We start with Lucas L.
Yes,
and
I have it in front of me too.
It's Jag FF, so Jaguar Prowler
Yes.
Knight FF, and he has all the cards. He has Ritual Gladiators, which is a new
Oh, yes.
card that sends Jaguar Prowler Knight for each 2 units you have lost. He has all the knight upgrades, and of course the shipments. And his deck is more or less classic FF. He has most of cards in H3 and many unit cards at that. He could play H2 if he wants to, but the name tells us what he wants to do. Reezy's deck is called 1-1, and it's
More of a classical one, I think.
hyper aggressive deck, I'd say. Mostly unit
Or-
shipments.
Yes. In the second age and more
Yeah.
important in the third age too. All the gold shipments are in his pocket too.
Yeah.
And speaking of which, Reezy is aging with the messenger.
Messenger, fast
So
age up,
very
and Lucas
yes.
L is not aging right now.
no.
He
He
needs-
now has the 800 food and he's aging with the warrior. So
Yeah.
maybe
You may be a few seconds ahead. He aged right now.
what's your time?
I'm 3 minutes 13, 14, 15.
Okay, then I'm waiting 5 seconds
Yeah, it has to be a few seconds, but you
because I'm at 322.
yeah, I'm 324, 25.
Okay.
You predicted the age up, so Reezy seems to have Rush in mind with the fast age up and his aggressive shipments and his 2 forward wheels.
Yes,
Building the
and he has
Warhawk.
2 eagle scouts, so he could get more of it. Now that we have a 1-on-1 against of the 2 explorers. Reezy's first shipment in H2 is 700 wood, maybe for infrastructure and map control.
Reezy gets 200 XP from killing the
Oh,
war chief.
that's
This-
very nice.
Because
That
he
is
killed
very
he killed
nice.
the war chief with the Eagle Scouts, so the XP is doubled.
Yes.
200 XP is quite an advantage. Lucas L
More XP than
banking
most
2
treasures.
shipments. Lucas L banking 2 shipments in his, and now immediately gets the scouting part and sends 5 villagers and 600 coin. So he tries to
So on
defend
speed.
probably, or tries to
Very aggressive.
even take down the forward base with his 2 Skull Knights and the 4 Jaguar Prowler
On the
Knights.
other hand, Reezy did send the 9 Otonten,
Yeah,
so maybe.
he has Lucas has to
Oh,
abandon.
that's a nice mess. The
Lucas L
first,
has to abandon ship, I think.
warrior goes down.
The
He
Jaguar,
gets another 200 XP.
yeah,
And
the
all
coyote, the coyote runners are counted by all of the units from Lucasel, but they just they're just here to as meat shields, so their taunting slingers can whittle down the heavy infantry, and this trade went extremely well for Rizi.
Yes.
Lucasel is now defenseless.
Lucas
and,
lost everything.
and sends coyotes to
Yes.
somehow defend this.
I think to counter the Autontans.
Yeah, but
On the
Rizi
other
sends
hand,
the
Rizi
6
now
Puma,
is
and he built 4 Pumas.
sending 6 Pumas, and he did produce 4, so I think Rizi played him like a fiddle in this match. He predicted everything, and he is now countering everything.
Rizi has enough
Oh,
pikes.
not good positioning of the Autontans here, but
No, but good
the
enough.
Pumas are there.
Good enough, I'd say. The pikes can catch the coyote runners, and more pikes are coming. The own coyotes are dead, but those were expendable.
That is right. One is still surviving though.
Yeah.
But the beer mass is there, and the house goes down, which makes it for Lucas. He's now housed. He can't send any other units.
His last resort are the 9
he's-
Autontans that he's sending.
Yes. And he's messing food. The community plaza is going down, which
Food is the only resource he can collect. Food at wood, actually, he can collect safely here. He can't go to the silver mine in front of his base.
Now Rizi has to back off.
Yeah, especially because the war chief is fighting
but
his
he
rear
stole
guard.
all the llamas from Rizi.
Oh
From
no!
Lucas. So another 5 coyote runners.
Yeah,
coming.
maybe
Maybe another 200 XP for Rizi. Oh, 300 XP. Yes, and there goes the GG.
There's the GG. Rizi caught Lucas completely off guard. He managed to clear his heavy infantry mass and clear the unit shipments and cut Lucas off from his gold resource and then housed him. So Rizi did very well in this round.
It was a very clean matchup, I would say.
Yeah,
from
definitely.
Rizi here. And GG, well played. Okay, if you watch, on the after game we have 5,000 resources and only 4,500 from Lucas. Villager population. Lucas did send the 5 villagers, which did get him ahead, but he didn't produce any other and lost 2. So Rizi had no problem to go on par and in the and even go ahead with 1.
Yeah.
So it's a very clear, I would say. So shall we watch the other game? Maybe,
Yeah.
I hope that's the correct map.
The other one is the correct one, if I recall. Right, I'm loaded in. The second one is Lakota for Lucas L, who would have fought. Versus the British from Rizi. I think those are his main, if I remember right.
I think so too, yes. And I would say it's since War Chief's a classical matchup. And I think we've seen the matchup in very often in the previous league seasons, I guess. I remember MFD played Lakota against Gaius Julius Caesar's British, and that went not well for the British, I think. But I'm excited to see how this round goes. You ready to go, or are you already in the game?
No, I'm in the game, but we have a spam in the chat, and I need to...
Okay. Oh yes, I see now too what you mean.
I'm not sure. I just want to delete the message. I'm not sure how. Yeah, I'm not sure how to do this. Ah, the players are false. I forgot to switch
Oh yes,
in the
the upstairs,
yeah.
the little writing.
Yeah, we'll switch shortly into the transition. Yes, Lucas L. And easy. Yes. Yeah, I'm not sure how to do things in chat right now. Let's hope this.
Let's just ignore it.
Let's ignore it for the time being. Alright, then I'm going to transition into the game.
Yes.
And we start in 3, 2, 1, go. And we have, as said, Lucas L with his main civ, the Lakota in the southwest, and Rizzi also with his main civ, I think at least, the British in the northeast. The British have the right color, I'm happy. What are your thoughts to the about the matchup?
Yes, but this map, the Central Plain of China, is a very good Lakota map. It's very plain, like the name itself says. You can attack from everywhere, and I think every Lakota player or every raiding player has the fun of his lifetime.
I also think that Lakota are not the strongest civ right now. I don't think they're weak. I think they are just extremely specific, and they are hard to play if you're not infantry rushing.
Yes.
And their raiding lifestyle can be a real thorn in the side of a British player. So I think the matchup is not that bad for Lakota, at least as long as he has the initiative on his side. If the British can manage to get a foothold on the map and get enough hunts into his space, he will eventually just overpower the Lakota.
Yeah,
but I think there's a legit chance for Lucas.
Yes. After a nice treasure of 75 food, we have now the first card from Rizzi, the 3 settlers.
Classic. First card means we have a deck.
Yes.
And
it's just called 1-on-1 and nothing too specific. Maybe the spice trade in H2.
No, the spice trade has become a standard card for the British after the 5 villagers disappeared, because they can replace the 5 villagers quite effectively. Some British players play with the 4 villagers, some have changed and used the spice trade. The thing that is the most strange, the strangest in this deck, is actually the Rangers card in H4. No rockets, no rocket shipment, but the Ranger.
And maybe a little disappointing, but we did much time in H1, so Rizzi will most likely not go for an early trade.
No Greenwich time, he did a market start. He's already aging with the governor. Yeah, for the market start, he probably got some nice treasures to justify it.
Let's look at Lucas' deck now, because he also sent 3 wills, and
deck is
I
called
would say
standard.
that genau, and I would
So-
say that the deck isn't especially or specific either.
Yeah,
Most cards
if
I
Lucas
recognize.
L calls his Lakota deck standard, then I have to assume that this is the standard Lakota deck.
Hmm.
That people should use. Unit shipments in H2, so he can rush if he wants to. He has
Yeah.
upgrades and unit shipments and also economic shipments in H3, so he
Yes.
can FF, he can go for eco. And the Lakota eco, especially food eco, is not that bad as most people give it credit. Of course, the British economy is the stronger one in the long game.
Yes. And I would say in the early game too, if he exploits his manners.
Yeah, he ages
aggressively.
with the chief, which is I forgot what it is. I always
I
forget.
always forgot what the chief is for with the Lakota.
I always forget the age ups.
But
I
Reezy
think is the chief villagers and a healer.
We will see it in a moment. But
I've-
Reezy already aged up like the last game. He is
Yeah.
winning the Age of Battle,
But he
and he's
places-
starting again with 700 wood,
He places
which is a classic for the British.
he places the outpost as defensively as he can.
Okay.
And
So now
places
it's
a barracks.
to his herding.
Yeah, I think if he expects a rush and there is a war hut, so the defensive outpost in base is well and justified. If there was no war hut, then against Lakota it makes more sense to place the outpost more outwards to secure more hunts from raids.
For the record, the chieftain does give you 400 wood, and
All right.
and Lucas did also get the 700 wood, and he's now researching the stagecoach, the market car, the market rickshaw,
Yeah.
and he's building more trade posts. So I think he will take the choice of the path of exploiting the trade route.
Yeah, and he has placed the war hut, as I said, but it is not as aggressive as it could be, so this
Yes.
will less of a rush and more of a taking of map control, so he can get the trade route, which
Yes, I think so too.
he is doing. He started with some club warriors, which won't do that much against the musketeers and against the
Yes.
tight base of Reezy.
But his second shipment are the 7 Cetan archers, and he's producing more.
Yeah, he just... He needs the archers against the musketeers, but of course some club warriors for a Huss switch or something
And
like
very
that.
nice, and the micro from Lucas is very nice. With the exception of food, almost all resources are under 100.
Yeah,
Reason-
but you're talking about the macro now, not the micro.
micro.
Macro.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry.
Lucas tries to raid things with the bowmen or to trade with the musketeers under the DC fire. I don't
But
quite
we have 10
understand.
villagers in the TC and the outpost who shoots at them. So
Yeah,
it's not as effective.
this was not the most efficient trade Lucas L has ever done. Now he sent for X Riders, which are a really good raiding unit. But right now the villagers from Reezy are well protected under the TC.
Yes.
He managed to shoot another herd under it. It is
Yeah.
building now some longbowmen.
And Lucas set all of the trading posts on wood, so now he's almost autark and can solely rely on the food. So he's-
Which Lakota excels in
yes,
collecting. And he
and
can,
now he has the 5th trading post, and now he has almost exclusive map control and can see almost everything on the map, with the exception of the British home base.
And with his army being food and wood heavy,
Yes.
he can produce without any restraints right now.
I think now Reezy should need some hussars. He did build a stable, because the anti-cav of Lucas is very, very thin, and I think that could be Reezy's ticket to victory if he can use it right.
Yeah.
He
5
has
Hussars, maybe a second batch of Hussars. He
almost
started
all
one.
his sons are in his base, but they're growing fewer. The number of animals grows fewer and fewer with every minute, so he needs to make quick advantage of his mass.
I actually don't think that Reezy should mass in H2. I think you should try to go to H3. Because with the trade route he can't outmass Lucas. And I think with H3 units, with upgraded units, he would have much better chances in doing this, especially if he can time it with Falconets, so he can siege down and retake the trade route for himself.
It's very nice to see that Reezy tries desperately to hide his calves, so the effect of surprise is even greater.
Yeah, but Lucas adds some more clubmen. He has to think, he has to know that his enemy will try to make a Huss switch.
Yeah, we're in the first league, so
this is the first league.
For such a twist.
Reezy popped out his Minuteman. He wants to go in now with all he has.
Now Lucas has seen the cav and immediately pulls back. He even now has bow riders in the mass.
It's now or never for Reezy. He has to win this.
Yes, the chance to use the cav grows weaker with every minute it passing. But we have the explorer who's slowing down the whole mass. Now we have a pull trick. And now the mass connected, and now the slaughter begins.
The Hussars are tanking. I think some of them are really well connected in the archers, but I think
but we have even more bow riders, and
I think the mass is just too big.
And too few hussars to make work of this.
The mass of Lakota units is just too big. There's still some clubmen left. The Hussars are all dead, and we have enough archers to deal with the longbowmen.
We have even more clubmen coming in now, and the mass of the British are defeated.
Yeah, we have the British civilization that overscores typically 1,000 points behind the Lakota, which underscores. So the score lead for Lakota is even bigger than it looks, and there is the GG. And we have the first match.
Another clear game, I would say.
Yeah.
And we see on the one hand the British has more resources, but by only 300, so it's very, very short. A very short lead.
Yeah, definitely. I think Lucas had a clear plan in what he wanted to do, and he executed it efficiently.
Yes, the villager count is also very interesting. We see that in the start, Reed has a lot of, not so many villagers as he could, but the curve goes very, very small in the rising, while Lucas' line is very clean and linear.
Yeah, it's
in the end, we have only 35 villagers to 28 from Lucas, and that's not including the resources he gets from the whole trading.
We have the trade route. We have the free resources, 4,000 for Lucas and 2,500 for Reezy.
Yes.
And this full trade route with the 5 trade posts made the Lakota economy be able to
outproduce the British.
Yeah, to boom at least in the same terms with the British. To not get behind, and he could mass his cheap units, his wood army, while only needing to be heavy on food with his villages. And the fight on the open ground is really often in favor of the Lakota.
Yes, that's right. All right. Shall we watch the next game?
Yeah, we have 1-1 for Lucas. Well, not exactly, because as we stated in the beginning, the first map was the wrong one, so
Lucas has chance to get it.
Yeah, Lucas has the chance
zero.
to get his point, get a second point, and Reezy has to defend his one, because they need to play again on the right map, which would have been Pampa Sierras,
And not Pampas.
not just Pampa. We will go to the transition period.
I'm already in the game.
Yeah, I need to make the overlay so that things are right. We have Z Boson versus Janosch the Great.
Also known as the Zaubertütli Enjoyer.
Yes. There you are. Can you please look what the bands from those two were?
Oh, yes, I can. So, Z Boson did ban the Mexicans, and Janosch did ban Hausa.
Right, we have one Mexican and one Hausa. In the first game, we have the Indians versus Lakota.
Again, the Lakota.
Perfect. Then I will transition to the overlay. So perfect. We have Z Boson with Indians against Janosch with the Lakota. We'll transition to the game, and we can start in 3, 2, 1, go. And this is the right map. This is the map that we should have seen in the Aztec mirror. In the north, Zaubertütli Enjoyer, also known as Janosch the Great, with the Lakota, and in the south, Z Boson with the Indians. This is the third league.
Yes, my league, to be exact.
Yeah, I probably should.
So both of them are my soon-to-be competitors. And we see almost immediately both a race to the west, to the east, to get the llamas from the plateau.
I had to change the name of the stream for. Yeah, we have on the one hand the Rohirrim boss, from Zaubertütli, which is the fastest explorer. On the other hand, we have the two Brahmas from Z Boson, which, as I said, are two explorers, so both can hunt for those llamas quite well.
And what we see also is that
is more keen to kill it, except from collecting it.
Exactly. He does want to prevent the llamas from getting into the possession of the Indians, because they can, I think, make greater use of it, because every herdable the Indians gives them an XP trickle, and on this map where you don't have an XP, just the native posts, you can make excellent use of this to get a better XP rate than your opponent.
Also, the Indians received a nerf for the XP curve some patches ago, so getting those livestock gives them a bit of the tempo back that they had before the nerf.
Yes.
We have first shipment from Zepozon, the distributism, which is standard, but his deck is not standard. His deck is called Ace, and when something is called Ace, we know there are things there will be things happening that are weird. We have Atonement, we have Native Learning, we have Native Warrior hit points, Native Crafts, so we will see native play from Zepozon.
Yes, also saying the Indian, I don't know the English word, the Indian handwork, which gives you export from all of the allied.
Native Crafts is the English word.
It gives you, because the card doesn't say it, it gives you 300 export for each tribe, and it's in H3, so you have to at least get 2 or 3 to, I think, make good use of this card.
Yeah, 2 will be quite easy to get. We have the Quetcha in the east, and we have the Tupi in the center.
Yes, I think the Quetcha, especially the Quetcha bow throwers, are a very good card because they are doing splash damage, and that's not to underestimate.
Yeah, they are called Quetcha Bolas Warrior, but they are not the Incan Bolas Warrior, which are a musketeer type unit. Those are light infantry, so they are Autontin slingers with some splash damage. It is weird, it is confusing, but it is what it is.
And oh my gosh, we see already the allying of the trading post with the Quetcha from Zaubertütli Enjoyer.
He's just building the trade post to deny it for Zepozon.
And he builds it aggressively, so he has a military producing building in range of the Indians. And the Indians are aging up with the Kanimatas, so Zepozon is going for a greedy economic
Janos will also get a 90 wood thresher behind the Quetcha posts. I love what I see here. Take the trade post just to deny the native strat.
And on the other hand, sending the 2 Warhat Travois to build more pressure on the opponent.
There are also some weird things in the Janos deck, in the Lakota deck. The deck is called versus Imperius. Imperius is another player in the league. I don't know what the versus thing is, but I guess Imperius plays like me, likes to play musketeer civs, so the lemon trade muskets, which turns X Rider to Musket Rider, makes sense.
Yes, I've experienced it myself. It's not it can be very good, but it's also very risky.
There is a player on my elo. I constantly meet him. Lakota one trick pony, and he always plays with this card.
Yes.
He always plays with this card, builds a mass of X Riders and makes them to Rifle Riders.
And I think one reason why Zaubertütli Enjoyer aged with or allied with the Quetcha is because the Quetcha Huamaninka, who are the pike unit, cost 100 wood, 100 food and only 20 wood, so Zaubertütli Enjoyer can make more use of the higher food gather rate of his villagers and produce it better in worth.
Also, he already took the trade posts, so he has to make use of it. And those Quetcha Humaninkas are very good pike units, and they are cheaper in wood than the Club Warrior, so he can go bow pike, but with less wood costs.
Zepozon, on the other hand, is doing an FF.
He goes to H3, builds the Agra fort in front.
Gets now siege down from
he has to save his villagers.
Yes, but 2 go down.
Yeah, 2 die.
Oh yes, that's the 3rd one. An interesting fun fact: before some patches, the force, if the wonders got damaged in the process of building, they are returned to full HP when they are finished, but now they are not anymore. So it's always okay to damage a wonder when it's built. But more and more settlers of Z-Boson are going down. They die building the now red fort.
Needs to do something else than sending his villagers to death.
Another problem was that he was housed in the beginning, and he didn't had any capacities to build an army. He didn't even have a building to produce them from.
Yeah, he sends now 5 sepoys, which is sadly the thing he has to do. Use a shipment while in transition to get some military out to help him defend. But this looks bad for Z-Boson.
Yes, very bad. The Zaubertütli did destroy all his houses, so he's just back to 1 population. So it's terrible house.
Enjoy Zaubertütli can just now leave and build eco, remass or something. He has done so much damage.
Yes.
That he does not have to commit.
Z-Boson needs is wood, and I say it again, wood.
Yeah.
To build his houses.
And he needs
They are
villagers.
cheaper than the standard house, which is good for him. But he still loses his starting mass.
He also needs villagers. He lost a few.
Yes. We have 40
refugees to the X-Riders.
And 23 for Zaubertütli. And
Yeah,
now the cavalry camps, which is very bad timing because now the 5 Gurkhas are in front of them and they're getting wrecked.
The delegate is there, but Z-Boson really has no mass and no eco.
I think that a straight FF was is a very risky choice against the Lakota, who are very aggressive most of the time.
Yeah.
So
also
a daily Tor or a red for Agra 4 would be
the
more.
infantry rush is quite the Lakota meta right now, I think. So you have to expect it. You have to scout for it. And the naked FF against essentially bow pike with better pikes and better bows.
And we have to remember each settler who doesn't gather in the near of the Kanimata hurts double because the Kanimata boosts the gather rate. So
if he wanted to go naked FF, 1 or 2 small walls would have been really
maybe
really
UH with the Taj Mahal to get the ceasefire option.
Yeah, you could do that. Get the ceasefire. You sacrifice your eco, but it would have probably went way better, and he would not have lost that many villagers, and then this eco sacrifice would have paid off.
And we now have the problem we had last time.
I'm just sad that we did not see the obviously intended native strat from India.
Yes.
Because of the aggressive rush from Lakota.
Now we have the problem. We see that the Lakota who tend to underscore have risen a par with the Indians, who I think also tend to overscore a little. Maybe? I'm not sure.
I don't know that. They don't build excessive buildings, which are most of the time the reason for overscoring.
Okay.
They're building XP, but now India has 10k score ahead because he sent the Howdah. He has some military. But yes, the scores are quite close for Indians to be an age ahead.
Yes.
We have 15 villagers to 29, double the villagers still for Zaubertütli Enjoyer.
Yes. That will be a tough nut to get back to the old population of the Indians. But he's back in the game, and the Kanimata helps to equalize this loss of villages.
Yeah, and the delegate managed to clear the Lakota mass,
Adesh?
but he is in his base. He can't get out there. He has very few villagers,
Yes, two hunts.
and
Yes.
Lakota really can use the map control they have because of this. It's still the Quechua settlement is still under control of Janos.
Yes.
And so I think Zetboson gave up on his dreams of
Momentum?
native army, at least for now.
Yes. Another bad thing is that both of the Indian explorers are out in the wild and not back home and safe in the home base to do something.
Huh?
Yeah, we see now.
Zetboson is now sending 1,000 wood, I think, to get his infrastructure back. He desperately needs wood.
Yeah, the infrastructure and villagers.
Yes.
But we
Sobertip, on
we
the other
again
hand,
have
is
the
aging up with the chieftain.
we have the score advantage and now the score lead for Janos, who is aging, as you said. Yes. The chief was wood, as if I remember right. In the last game, it was wood from age 1 to age 2. But is it more wood?
Yes, but
or
I
is
think it changes.
It changes. It gets more. It gets.
Yes.
The question
Gets
is
more,
is it more
of course,
wood
but
or is
maybe,
it more?
maybe some other resources?
But
we
different
can-
resources. Yes. That's my
Yes.
question.
Maybe.
The thing is, Sabertooth Enjoyer could actually get the Tupi settlement to upgrade his bow units, but if he's aging now, he probably will abandon those in favor of some rifles. And as I said, he started to build more bowmen in his war huts, but he has not the wood to actually make those batches full. You see.
I just looked for the chieftain. Yes, you get 800 wood in the in H3.
800 wood.
Yes.
This
That's
is really good,
very
actually. This is really good, actually.
Zetboson uses his wood to build a consulate to make use of his export, and he's building a second town center to make more use of his villagers.
I'm not sure
Or to
how I
at
like
least
the
try-
placement of this town center.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
of
think maybe it
course,
should have been.
For defensive reasons, but the resources in this base will be gone in short time, and I think in the east,
Especially the food.
maybe in the east, to the coin mine, the town center,
Yes.
or to secure the west. Of course, there's still the trading post that he needs to burn down.
And Zetboson is now forced to use diplomatic intrigues on H2 shipment.
Yeah, I'm not sure if this is the right call. I'm not sure if this
Maybe
is the
you
right
should have
call.
just allied with the Ottomans and sent your intervention to
Yeah,
get
intervention.
a nice daily shipment, especially because Sobertooth does heavily rely on the Satan arches. And I see no.
Diplomatic
almost
intrigue
no-
is a really good card, but it is a Commerce Age card, and you're in Fortress Age. Send something from the Fortress Age. He's waiting with his consulate. Yeah, for the card. Now he will choose probably either Ottomans or
Yes.
British. I think the most important, if it chooses the Ottomans, the most important thing will be actually the 4 villagers, I think.
Yes.
But
also.
I could imagine that he will go straight to the British. I could imagine him doing that.
We have a lone Quechua Humaninka who's scouting the enemy camp and gets shooten
I'm
down by the
fascinated
Gurkhas.
that Janosch prefers the bowman, even in H3. I've
Yes.
never seen a Lakota player using the bowman after aging up, ever.
Another sad thing is that Z-Person can't upgrade his units, I think. They are both still in H2.
Right, and he has no barracks.
Yes.
There's no barracks out there.
He allied himself with the Ottomans like we predicted,
Yeah.
and he's sending the 4 settlers and the 6 Azabs.
Yeah, I think the
Settlers
settlers.
are-
I think the settlers are quite important. You need to get those.
Yes.
He's still 13 villages behind.
Which
But
is quite impressive that he did get back so many villagers in this short time. On the other hand,
He's not using his 2 TCs to build villagers. He has not the wood income to produce 2 villagers from 2 TCs. But I think the four villagers from the consulate will help him get back on track with that one.
I mean,
He's now producing out of
Z-Person
2.
is now 23 villagers on wood. I think he's trying to change the problem that he couldn't
Yeah,
afford.
he's now with 2. The next problem will be that the hunts. Now the hunts run out. Now the first hunt in the base ran out.
Yes.
He has to try to shoot the other ones into the base, which is
Yes.
actually a bit of
Working.
yeah, but you play against Lakota. It is a
I know.
miracle that there are not horsemen constantly running up and down on the right side.
Especially because some of you told me that Zaubertütli Enjoyer is a raid enjoyer. Most of the times.
Yeah, not in this game it seems.
Yes,
He
not in this game.
He seems quite sure of himself. Now he starts his
Yes.
column of X-Rider.
He did not scout the south of the plateau, so he doesn't see the hunt and that it's shut down.
Yeah, but he's going there. He's
Yeah,
going
he's
there and
going
he will
to,
see
yes.
it. He will see it.
Now we
but
see the first. Oh, and the villagers are fleeing.
they are fleeing. So
Fly, you fools!
the good ending for Z-Boser.
The 2 Howders trying to
Flying
intervene, but I
fools.
think against a mass of 50 bow riders, 50 X-Riders who are now upgraded with.
We will see the
cavalry
the first upgrade for Sepoy, and he's sending the 7 Urumi swordsmen, and I'm not sure if those are the right call. They are extremely strong against infantry, but
Yes, and against dragoons.
yeah, but
but,
there's so many
the one
X-Riders on the field.
Yes,
But oh no, never
but
mind.
they're
Never
connected
mind.
with the bows. That's nice.
They connected with the bowman, with the Z-Tan bowman.
They make very good work. We have the 3 Romniots, but they're connecting with the rifle riders, and they are going down.
Also the regulars are sent out. The regulars and sentries. And we have the Baghdad ASAP. And those guys deal really well against Cav and against
But,
ranged Cav also.
But they're going so many Gurkhas down.
Yeah, the Gurkhas are in melee with the X-Riders. He still has the 6 ASAPs. He could have just... with a bit more micro, he could have saved many Gurkhas. And I say this knowing that my micro is absolutely shit. More X-Riders in the back line.
Another 5 X-Riders, yes.
Yeah, I think this is one for
They're
Janosch.
now
There's so many bows left, and now the last few Indian units will die.
Yes.
And this is probably
Game over.
game over.
now, at least.
The game was already over once, and Z-Boson managed to get back somehow.
Yes, because
But,
Zaubertütli Enjoyer did let him come back.
Yeah,
we have to
but
say.
this seems again like it's over. He lost
Yeah,
so much of
But
his
the
mass.
damage was already done and couldn't be undone.
He's still
Z-Boson
trying.
doesn't have enough resources to get back.
He waits for his intervention to come out. With
Yes,
the consulate, those are probably delis, right?
Yes, I think so too. But there are so
Four.
many
Four
rifle
delis.
riders, so I guess only 4. I
Only
would've
4
guessed
delis.
there it would be 5. Like I think if you age up with the Russians, as China, you get 5 Cossacks with intervention.
Yeah, as British you get 6 musketeers.
Oh no, you
No,
get 9
9.
musketeers.
I think there are 9 musketeers.
Yes, 9 musketeers.
With the British and with the Dutch. So 4 delis. I mean, delis are a good cav unit, but it seems a bit undervalued.
Yes.
Of course, 4.5 deli are not possible to send, but still. We talked about the delis. They did not do that much. Except
they
die.
killed Rohirrim boss like the Nazgûl killed Theoden. But we all know how this went out.
Yeah, the Witch King still dies.
Yes, so
And
it doesn't did a thing.
the army of the undead is on the way.
Yes, but I don't think for Z-Boson.
Yeah.
He's now going for both of the town centers. now the Vakina riders are coming.
Yeah.
Z-Boson doesn't have anything, can't produce anything. All his villagers are inside
He
the town
sends
centers.
now the 4 Sours from H2, which
H2,
is
oh yes.
absolutely. Oh no, this is disrespectful. This is absolutely. This is unnecessary.
RGG,
This
so
is.
he wants to end it, to have it ended.
Yeah,
from
but this is
Z-Boson.
unnecessary. You don't.
Yeah,
you
I think so
don't.
too.
You don't do that. You really don't do
Yeah.
it.
You can hear Z-Boson's little desperation in
Yeah,
the 3-point.
you really
becomes
don't
after
do
the
that.
GG.
GG question mark. This is.
This is not a fair sportsmanship.
This is uncalled for.
Yes. Okay,
But,
let's look at the Statistica.
Z-Boson clearly had a plan, and
Yes.
Zaubertütli
Didn't,
did not let it happen.
No,
At no circumstance, and I'm sad about it because I wanted to see weird Indian native strats.
that's always a pleasure.
But
If
GG,
we look at the resources, we have almost the double resource. This is for Zaubertütli.
I want to say, as
Huh?
much as I wanted to see that Janos or Zaubertütli reacted really the best way possible by just taking the native post for himself
Yes.
and use it in the early game as substitute for his club warriors even.
Yes.
And we have double the
very,
eco for Lakota.
successful. Yeah.
Double the
We have
eco,
more-
double the military
have,
power.
Yes, we have more free units from the shipments, but didn't do anything because the rest was too much. Double the military, like you said. He killed more units. This is everything in his favor. And Z-Boson didn't get a chance to get on par with the villager count.
He
So,
came
but now we
close sometimes,
yes
but never managed to fully recover.
on close before the end on 2241 he had 52 but Z-Boson had 59, so 7 settlers was the closest he did get. But now we have the second match. There.
So we have 1 point for Janos.
So.
Mero, English, because this is the international outlet for the German league. The German casts will be on YouTube, on the Gemeinschaftskanal.
The community channel.
This one is thought to bring the league out into the international realms.
To make us popular beyond our German tongue.
Exactly.
I'm already in the game. Again,
Yeah,
you say when you're ready.
I'll be loading in. Alright, we have the Japanese versus the British.
And I'm very excited to see this one, because the Japanese are Zetbozone's best Civ. I would dare to say he's the best Japan player in our league. So in League 3.
Yeah. Yep,
And
definitely.
and definitely one of the better Japanese players in our whole community. On the other hand, I don't know how good Zaubertüte Enjoyer is with the British.
I also think that he plays the British quite regularly.
Yeah.
But I'm not that sure about it.
So this
we're
is
in.
this is their main Civ versus their main Civ, and I'm very excited to see.
I think we will start in 3, 2, 1, go. I'm not sure if it's the main Civ of Janos, but I can't.
But we can say
really
they're
can't
both
remember.
very boomer heavy, because if you don't do anything, the Japanese explodes and the British explodes too. With the advantage, I think, for the Japanese, because their boom is more constant over the time.
The British boom is faster.
Yes.
Will be there more early and will explode in late Commerce Age to early Fortress Age, but the Japanese boom will scale better into the late game.
We have both Civs who can play everything. They can go H3, they can go H2 for a very long time.
We have a start with the trade post for both of them.
Yes.
So maybe Greenwich time for the British, and maybe then the 300 food start for the Japanese.
Yes.
The tempo version. We don't have decks. Yes, we have decks. The first deck for Japanese. Zetbozone 300 food is OP.
Yes, Nomen est Omen, I would say, as a Latin speaker.
Yeah, definitely. We will see the 300 food first shipped, and then in H2 the 5 shrine wagons, 600 wood, 300 export.
Oh, we have a typical case of a possible treasure steal.
Ooh.
And he does get it. Oh, Zetbozone did steal him 75 wills.
And Janos sends.
And like you predicted,
Greenwich time.
Oh, the cause of the problem of the trade steal is a lag. But we have the Greenwich time from
reactions
and the
yes.
senior reactions. So maybe Zaubertüte Enjoyer is a 75-year-old man who can't see a thing.
Yes, come on.
And has bad internet.
And we have the Greenwich trade post who now comes in.
Yeah, you kinda. If you go with Greenwich time, you send 3 villagers after that. They go the deck name Mama's Rezeptur. Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, we usually would see 300 villagers because the 2 trade posts give you that XP to send 2 shipments and have the shipment
But
curve ready.
Zaubertüte don't have it.
He does not have it.
So maybe he used to extensively make use of H2.
Yeah, he probably will do that, but I still think the 3 villagers, even when they come a bit later, are important.
Better, especially in the early game. Zetbozone is already aging. He's
what I wanted
aging
to
with the
point
Tory
out,
gates.
we have the church card for the British, the Glorious Revolution, and we have the 20 Longbowmen in H4 that could indicate that he wants to send it and send the Rogers Rangers research the Rogers Rangers tech, which would make all of
against the
his
Japanese
Longbowmen to Rangers.
We see the advantage of the Greenwich time because Zaubertüte Enjoyer did age, I think, quite a chunk of time later, but
yeah.
Zetbozone is just a little ahead of him because he's only using 2 wills to build the Tory gates.
Yeah, and the trade posts make the research of technologies and age-ups faster.
Yes. Each trade post does it a little slower than the one before that, but the masses.
Messes.
Genau.
Sie ist right.
He did let his shrines produce wood, so he get more wood from the shrines as he builds them. And Zaubertütli Enjoyer did win the research race, the age-up race.
While
He
starting
ate
later,
up with the governor.
this is the power of the Greenwich time. And he sends 700 gold first.
Which is
Will
highly...
this be a British FF? Will this
I
be
would
a
like
British
to say
Highlander FF?
Ooh,
With the
that
church
would be
card.
nice to see.
With the church card.
On the other hand, we have Zed Boson sending two times 5 shrine wagons, so he's going on full greed.
This is standard for this build. You
Yes.
have the XP curve with
Yes.
the Torii gates and with the trading posts. You get your military building from the age up, and with all this XP, you can get 4 shipments really fast
Yes.
in the Commerce Age. And those 10
really-
shrines are your shrine boom for the next few minutes,
Yes.
and you won't get housed. I
Also,
don't
the
like the
samurai and
forward
the-
placement of the barracks, I have to say. Really
It's
don't
very-
like it.
Aggressive, or it's aggressive for a Japanese player.
The
On
thing
the other
is,
hand, we have aggressive play.
It's neither aggressive nor defensive. It's just in front of the base and will be burned down first.
If the player gets to this.
But
Zed
talking
Boson is
about
playing very economic. He's sending the after the shrine wagons, he's sending 600 wood.
which is still standard for the build, and
Yes.
he burns down with the samurai and the ashigaru. This is
Gets even
actually
more
this
XP.
is actually a less economic Japanese build because you're more on tempo. You just want
Yes.
the 10 shrines, the 600 wood for infrastructure, and then you are all about building military in H2 for a timing attack or constant pressure on the enemy. So it's one of the less economic things. Now we turn away from standard Ashigaru Musketeer attack as 4th shipment in Commerce Age. This is
Yes.
not that standard anymore. You usually go for the 300 for the diplomatic intrigue or the 300 export.
Oh. We could go to Zaubertütli Enjoyer because I see something interesting. He's aging up now with the adventurer.
Yes,
He did send his glorious revolution, and he did build a church.
built a
So,
church.
like you intended, we could see the
he has
infamous Blackwatch Highlanders.
He has all his villages and food. He needs 2,000 food for the Highlanders.
Ah, yeah.
Which
I
is-
did want to ask you how
It's
expensive the attack
2,000.
is.
It's 2,000, and that's why he's building walls. Because the Japanese army is in front of his doors. Is on his doorstep.
The adventurer does give him longbows, so
Yeah.
he has a counter unit to his Ashigaru.
Normally
But-
you age up with the Mohawk to get more musketeers units to defend the 2 falconets. But against Japanese, the longbows are definitely the better unit. He needs the anti-infantry.
Maybe he can snipe the samurai out and take out a very dangerous unit.
Is not 2,000 wood, sorry, only 1,000
Oh,
wood.
only 1,000, yes.
Now the Black Watch,
Which makes it better.
yeah, I don't know how I got the idea of 2,000. I think
He's sending
he
the
uses
town
the
militia
longbow
too.
man to distract him. I think he could have saved them.
Yes, that gives, and now we have it.
We have the militia
He
man,
gets sandwiched and destroyed, I think.
Yeah.
Yes, all the units go down.
and every Black Watch that survives
Yes.
heals up again.
Oh yes,
They heal.
he's even retreating them from the fight so they don't get them more damaged.
Yeah, they
Let's
look
clean
just
up by the militia.
marvelous.
Yes,
Blackwatch just looks marvelous. He sends now 2 falconets, and these falconets will allow him to push against
yes.
the Japanese double barracks.
We
That
have a
was
problem
started
for,
with the longbows, which are highly needed for this.
yes,
But he will need some cav to counter the falcons.
yes. And we have a problem for the British we don't see very often. He was housed, is still housed.
Which happens with this build because those
Yes.
those Highlanders are 2 pop units and he has 2 falconets. You need to collect food, so you can't collect wood. This is a British build where you actually get housed quite fairly, and you actually count it in that you will be housed for a few minutes. It is.
Now it's a thing.
It's the most untypical British build there is. Now with the 2 falconets.
Zone does have the better economic, I think, so he just has to survive.
He has to survive, he has to mass, and he does. He has to run away. If he commits to that fight, he will lose his units, and he has to keep them. He needs some cav.
Yes.
He has the eco advantage, but he definitely needs something to deal with the Falks. While
We have 32 villagers and 15 shrines from Zone, so the economic lead is definitely there.
Janosch sends 6 longbows. If he collects a bit more food, he needs 800, then he could send the Rogers Rangers from his home city, which will give him 5 Rangers and turn all of his longbows into Rangers.
Are they starting at a veteran upgrade or?
They are at H2. H2.
Okay,
Rangers
so
are
just...
not an H3. It's not like the Dutch skirmisher that their H3 units downgraded to H2 or fully H3 units. Those are H2 units, a pure replacement for the longbow and need the veteran upgrade when in Fortress Age. But their stats are significantly better in almost every way except range. And a rate of fire.
We now see a 2-timed raid attempt from Zone with 4 Ashigarus on the right and on the left and 7 Ashigarus on the right.
Yeah,
and he did get a villager.
The 7 can one-shot the villager.
Yes.
I think Janosch takes too much time. He needs to push with his army. He has sacrificed his typical British economy for a timing with the falconets and the Blackwatch.
It doesn't use
and he can't just sit back and expect to be better off the longer the game goes, because the Japanese has an eco lead and is building now a stable. And the only anti-cav that the British has in the field are the Blackwatch, which are excellent, but there are just 8 of them.
Yes, and they are endless, and they are not endless. So, like, if they die, they are gone.
If they die, they die. You won't get them back ever. Except, I think, after sending the Blackwatch, if you send I think there are 9 Highlander mercs that you could send as British, they also will be Blackwatch. But it is a merc shipment, or 10 Highlander, 9 or 10 Highlanders. It's a merc shipment that you won't see with the British.
Yes.
Some Spanish like to use it, but the British, it's unsuitable for the British. It's not in their game plan to send a musketeer mercenary card if you can just build your own musketeers.
Yes. Commander.
But that would be the only way to get more Blackwatch. Maybe. I'm not quite sure that they will turn into those. But I think... Now he's pushing. But we have the first batch of Naginata Cav out on the field, and the second one will come.
And the second is on their way. On the other hand, we have Hussars from Zaubertütli and Joya. He tries to flank with his Naginatas. He knows that they are his win condition.
The Rangers were sent.
Yes.
We
But
have-
they're
we have
just
18
rangers and no
rangers.
veteran rangers.
Yeah, of course. But those rangers, they have 19 damage, 2 times against heavy infantry, on 18 range. So they have more base damage than normal skirmishers, but less range.
Yes. But I would still say that the longbows are superior.
The rangers
As
are
a unit.
excellent. The longbow is just simply better. The longbow is just simply better.
Yes.
Now the Naginata.
Oh, now we have
dive in.
the ride of the Naginatas.
Yeah.
Oh, and the rangers try to fend them off, but I
Yeah,
don't think that's the
Naginata
right
come
call.
from 2 sides. The infantry
Yes,
from
from
the top.
everywhere.
So the superior mass of Z-Person just overpowers the elite units of Zaubertüttel Enjoyer. The artillery is dead. The Highlanders are still 6
I'm
alive,
dying.
but they are dying. The Naginata are also dead, but they did what they had to do. Snipe out
Yes.
the artillery, and the next batch of 5 is out there. And those are lancers.
And,
Those could actually also do damage on the Highlanders.
Yes.
So this game is won now for the Japanese, I think.
Yes. You do see the score lead,
Yeah, we
and
see
they're
little
just
score lead
8.
of 2,000
others left.
points while being an age behind. Mind that. And now the last Highlander is dead
Yes.
for the honor of Scotland.
What did it bring the Scottish fight for the British? I ask you. And we have a raid in the base.
And Janosch has sent 1,000 wood and sends a fort to
Yes.
secure himself some map control because his hunts are all gone.
And now we have a great
The Ashigaru
people's walk.
managed, the great migrations of the British. The
Yeah.
Ashigaru managed
the
to
Yari
catch
of the Ashigaru torns the rangers to pieces. And now the Zaubertüttel Enjoyer tries to build a big wall and protect himself from the Japanese.
I have to say, one of the smallest changes that really does nothing, but one of the best changes in terms of authenticity is that the Ashigaru use a Yari in melee. I really like it.
Yes.
And this wall of Janosch is questionable or panicky. There are more pillars than walls and sections.
Yes.
And he does not manage
So
to.
they are very unprotected.
And he has to build the fort inside the base so he can hold it. But he has no food. He has no food resources. There's no hunt.
Yes. He's down to 200 food.
He
and
can
that's
collect
it.
gold. He has enough wood because of his shipment. But there's no
Yes.
food.
And the Hussars and 4 longbows are the last military can produce, and there's nothing on the field the Japanese couldn't get finished with.
Yeah, he could. He could try to make some falconets out of the fort.
Yes.
But for that he should send more villagers to gold. He is most on wood right now, which won't help him that much. He's now sending the veteran longbow upgrade for 4 longbowmen.
Yes.
It would be more wise to use the resources to build more longbows. Those what is 20% I think is the upgrade, or 25?
Yes.
It does it's one additional longbow you get from the upgrade.
The
Somewhat
5
like that.
Naginata rider went by the Great Migration again, and they didn't raid.
This is a stroke of luck for Zaubertüttel Enjoyer. Hopefully for him, he can use it. He can use the food.
Yes.
But it all depends if Z-Person does not find him up there.
Yes.
Also the next
Person is
longbow
aging up
upgrade.
into the third age with a golden pavilion, which now will
Give him 6 or 7 longbows.
Yes,
Yumi
the
bows.
Yumi archers.
Yumi archers. Basically longbows. There's 6 of them, yes. And yeah, you can upgrade some. He can research some arsenal techs in there. He sends now 1,000 gold. And I think, yeah, we have almost double the score for Z Boson.
Yes.
I think this game is in the bag of the Japanese.
Yes.
And Sabertütlinjoa just tries to
Stay alive.
cling on his life, to cling on a bit of honor.
We see that
maybe.
Z Boson did use his Naginata to patrol on the British base to get any settlers.
Yeah,
and
on the
now,
gold mine, but still
yes.
the herd.
And
The
Z
herd is
Boson is
unfound.
closing the hunts in the near of the base.
But he will find it now. He will find the villagers on the herd on the gold mine. 6 Naginata riders.
Oh, and now they connect with the villagers.
Yeah, they will kill them all. This is if the game wasn't over at this point, which it
Yes,
comfortably
now it
is, this would be the GG rate. This would be the GG rate.
Now the Naginata riders are H3-2, which makes them even stronger.
Disciplined Naginata. The Naginatas will die up there, but
Yes,
it
they did a lot of damage.
on the cost of the lives of many British villagers. We have 38 villagers for the British to 57 for the Japanese, and the Japanese have their shrine eco as well. So we have not just almost double the villagers for the Japanese, we have definitely double the economic power. And we have one
And
single
we have
Hatamoto samurai
Hatamoto samurai.
slicing.
He almost killed he did kill two hussars.
He took two
while
hussars to the
while
graves.
10
He took 2 hussars to the graves, which is not cost efficient for that one Hatamoto samurai, I have to say. This was
Yes.
not an efficient trade for how
But
how
you have to say
expensive they are.
the hussars all did punch up the
Yeah,
samurai.
it was one samurai against 10 hussars. So taking 2 with you into the grave is impressive, I guess.
Mm.
More Naginata Cav on the field. We have now a castle built, probably for some flame arrows.
Yeah. And I think protection for a raid.
Sabertütlinjoa sends the human, tries to get the best out
He
of
now
his
tries
longbows.
to wall everything up, but it's too late for that.
It is just... Oh,
Oh,
Boson
no,
did
and
not
now the
see the
longbows.
longbows. He could have just deleted those 17 longbows.
Yeah, but here's a bigger goal.
Yeah, the villagers.
And he tried to wall himself up, but it
Yeah, he
was too
tried to
late.
quick wall, but...
Now he builds a wall and he prisons the others himself.
Yeah, they are locked now inside of the walls with the Naginata Cav.
They can't escape.
And the Naginatas will even trade efficiently against those few hussars in there that try to defend it, and the villagers now will just be killed by those raiding Nagis.
Yes.
We have
Yeah,
33
now we have
the
again
infantry
double the
mass.
points.
We have 62. We have 62 Ashigaru. We have 70 units of infantry for Z Boson. He could just right click into the base of the British.
Yes. And
He
I think Z Boson has tripled the economy of Zaubertütli.
He's now on
because
top
he
of
has
the longbows.
double the villagers and full shrines, I think. Yeah.
Something seems to be
Yeah.
highly funny for
Amused.
Sabertütlinjoa, and there's the GG.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Again, now we have on the other side a very clean play from Z Boson with his Japanese. The strategy of Zaubertütlinjoa was not bad, I think. He did clean up the push from Z Boson at least. But like you said, he didn't make use of his advantage, and he let it flow off. So
Yeah, and we see more than double the resources for
yes.
the Japanese player.
Oh yeah,
More than
that's
double the
very strong.
resources. Which is we have also double the military power. So
Yes.
also
He killed more units.
the point that the thing, if you look at the graph of all resources gathered, the moment the British got to H3, the Japanese managed to collect more resources. So he needed to do damage. He needed to do structural damage to clear the army, to kill villagers, to be able to come back economically, to send 1,000 wood and start with his mana boom. But he didn't, and that was his doom.
Yeah, so we have a tie for the players.
Yep. 1-1 for Zed Boson and Janosch the Great, also known as Zapatutli Enjoy.
So
will it always be English for Green One? Not always. I think we will hold our rights to cast things here on German and in English, but I personally will, if I make German streams, I will do it on the YouTube channel, and Twitch will use the Twitch more as a platform for the international representation of the league. And most of this just because I enjoy YouTube more than Twitch. I try to make content on YouTube more to make it on Twitch. And Twitch is more an open platform. Everybody can find us here. And on YouTube you have to actively look for us. So for the clients, if I may say so, that are already there, I think YouTube is the better platform than Twitch. Maybe Toby. I took many things from Toby's approach to these things, but this is how I see it.
Do you have another game?
The question is, that's the question. It is now 10 o'clock. We did 1.5 hours. Do we want another match, or do we call it a day?
The third option was that we play maybe a 2 versus 2 game.
We
to close the day.
We could do that as well. Yeah, one team game to
close the day.
Close the day.
To end the evening.
The evening.
Which
sounds
which civilization do you want me to play?
I will play random civ, so
okay.
I really don't care.
Okay, then then I'll play my favorite team game, civ, the Mexicans. Shall I host the game, or shall we play Ranked?
Yeah, you can start the. I have to do something in the. So we will transition there, so everybody can see my view of the things. Close the overlay. Alright, you can invite me. I'm ready.
Yes. Wait a second. I now host a normal game. Maybe we get a few better. Where are you? Da.
Ah, okay. Hey Kylie, this is actually
Ah, we have a
we've
we have a
we've
watcher.
yeah, we've casted and now we will play a 2v2 and then we'll end stream. I will maybe make a German stream somewhere this week, either on Wednesday or on the weekend, because it is halftime in the league, but this will be happening on YouTube.
Hmm.
Alright, we have Ansonsten and Schnobock.
Schnobock. And we have 2 randoms and 1 determined civs, so I think it's fair. Okay.
Kylie streams on Wednesdays, right?
Ah.
So probably not on Wednesday.
Benefit of the doubt, but I hope Heinz-Jürgen and Schnobock don't watch the stream while we play.
I'm sure Heinz-Jürgen is watching because he already wrote something in the chat.
Okay.
Schnobock, the name sounds kind of German. I never heard him. I heard of him.
AEG, the clan, is it a German clan or?
I have no idea. I have literally no idea.
Oh, now he's playing the Russians.
Da!
Now Cablon.
Ay, see, tequila.
It's time for some fun. Apúrate.
Ah, India. Holy hell. Alright,
Okay.
alright. I'm not exceptionally good with them, but I have the basics. I have the basics with India. This is not as
we
bad as it
we
could.
play on Darfur, so I might know what I now want to play, because if the students are there,
Red
then
Sea
I think
Wagons.
there's- yes.
What should I do then? If you try to boom with the
I can play
Hacienda?
H2 too. It gives me an economic boost
Yeah.
if we have, and we have the students. Oh yes, thank you very much.
Command. I am
And some Berbers.
I,
Nice.
yes, I will. Ready. I am going. Yes. Command. I will. Yes. Battle. Ready. Attack.
तैयार मैं करूंगी आदेश मैं जा रही हूँ
तैयार हाँ
Yes. I am going.
हाँ मैं करूंगी हाँ मैं जा रही शिकारी हेलो
देश मकान
Yeah,
मकान
hotkeys.
कनारा
Yes. I will.
Right, I got a food trickle, which is
Yes.
nice.
I will. Ready. I am going.
हाँ तैयार मैं जा रहा हूँ मैं करूँगा
Right, the
हाँ
thing is, what
शिकार
should I do? Probably not Agra
Yes.
or
yes,
front
I
base,
will.
because
Attack. Yes.
we will be booming.
Mm.
Should I go Kanimata or defensive Agra then?
Because we have the Russians and the Ottomans, I could think they both go very aggressive.
So
Ready.
defensive
So maybe
Agra.
a defensive aggro would be
Yeah.
the
Right.
strategy
Yes.
I would
Command.
suggest.
I am going.
Alright.
तैयार हाँ तैयार मैं जा सही शिकारी मैं करूंगी शिकारी
Ready. Command. Yes. Ready. To battle. I am going. Command. Yes.
Oh,
Ready.
a food trickle, that's nice.
I will. Yes. I am going.
Ah, you got one as well. A wood trickle.
A wood trickle, yes.
Oh, I got a food one. That's
I think if our votes would be reserved, it would be a bit better, because
Yeah,
we like
yeah.
the wood trickle more.
probably, but
No, yeah, but
I'll get
Yes.
wood trickles anyway.
I
Yes.
will. I am. Yes. Ready. I am going. Command. I am going. Yes. I will. I am. Yes. Command. I will. I am going. Yes. Ready. Yes.
Ooh,
Yes. I
stray
will. Ready.
goats.
Yes. I am going. Yes. I will. Command. Command.
हाँ मकान बनाने सही
Ready. I am going. Yes. Yes. Ready. To battle. Yes. I will. To battle. Yes. Yes.
हेलो मकान बनाने वाला
Will you build the thing, actually?
Command.
What?
My villager stood in the middle of the foundations of my wonder, and yeah, my age up is now delayed, but I'll send you 2 goats.
Yes.
Okay, that's nice.
Yes. I am. Yes. I will. Yes. Yes.
I will start with
I am
sepoys, I think.
Ready.
Okay.
I am going.
Yeah, I
Command.
think that's a
Yes.
good. I can
Ready.
either start with
Yes,
Salty
command.
Adonis or with
I am
Insurgente.
Yeah, we'll probably
Yes,
start
I'm
with
going.
Salt
I will.
Theodorus to
Command.
round
I am
up the
going.
composition. They are the forward
Command.
villages.
Yes.
I found
am
them.
going. Yes. I
Okay.
will. I will. I will.
And you did manage to break up the.
No,
I am
he
going.
broke it off
Yes.
himself.
He did.
I am, I will.
Yeah,
I
okay.
am going.
There it is.
But you did it nonetheless, which
Yeah,
is also good.
there it comes. There it comes. I will siege it as much as I can. And try to not miss hurt.
हेलो सही शिकारी तैयार मैं कर शिकारी हाँ
Yes. Yes. I am
Alright.
ready.
Blockhouse
Yeah, I
lost
am
a bit of
going.
HP, which is good.
हाँ हाँ सही शिकारी
आदेश सही हाँ मैं करूँगी शिकारी
यार मैं करूँ शिकारी
हाँ हाँ शिकारी शिकारी
Relation room.
मकान मकान हाँ
हाँ मैं करूँगा.
आदेश सही शिकारी
तैयार. मैं जा रहा हूँ.
हेलो
हेलो तैयार सही हाँ
Command. Yes. I will. Yes. Yes. Command. Yes. I am going.
Cossacks.
मैं जा रहा हूँ. Yes. Yes.
Yes, and recruits.
Alright, Maskas.
मैं जा रहा हूँ.
But my sepoys should be doing fine with this.
हेलो मकान मैं करूँ मकान लकड़हारा
मैं जा रहा हूँ. I am. Yes. मैं जा रहा हूँ. मैं जा रहा हूँ. मैं जा रहा हूँ. I am. Yes. तैयार. हमला. Yes. I am going back.
Streltsy on the field.
मैं करूँगा. आदेश. मैं जा रहा हूँ. मैं करूँगा. मैं जा रहा हूँ. तैयार.
Ah, housed again.
मकान मकान लकड़हारा मकान लकड़हारा
तैयार हेलो मकान लकड़हारा आद लकड़हारा
I wonder what the problem is in the house.
मैं करूँगा.
Did not notice.
Yes. Yes. I am going. मैं जा रहा हूँ.
I'm now on 23 villages.
I'm on 21.
हेलो
Because I managed to get housed 2 times in a row.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Command. Yes. I will. मैं जा रहा हूँ. मैं जा रहा हूँ. मैं करूँगा. तैयार. मैं करूँगा. Yes. I am going. आदेश.
Oh, warte.
Recruit. Red, I will. Command, I am going. Red, command, I am going.
Hello, Shikari.
Recruit.
Shikari.
हाँ, मैं करूँगा, मैं करूँगा. हाँ, मैं जा रहा हूँ.
Yeah.
सही
तैयार मैं करूँगा.
Getting raided here.
हाँ मैं करूँ
साहिब.
आदेश, yes, yes. आदेश, हाँ.
I think we need to
आदेश, हमला.
retreat here a bit.
हेलो शिकारी
तैयार, मैं करूँगा.
आदेश मैं शिकारी.
तैयार शिकारी
हाँ शिकारी.
हाँ. तैयार, हाँ.
हेलो. हाँ शिकारी.
आदेश, हाँ.
तैयार. मकान मकान लगातार.
हाँ मकान मकान
Oh.
हेलो कमाने
तैयार, मैं जा रहा हूँ. मैं करूँगा. मैं जा रहा हूँ. मैं जा रहा हूँ. हमला.
I will build a stable.
Yeah, I sent some Sawas. This is Janissaries.
Nice.
This doesn't look too bad, I think.
Going now to H3.
Hmm.
हाँ. मकान मकान लगातार.
आज मकान लकड़हारा
हाँ, मैं करूँगा.
तैयार
आदेश. हेलो शिकारी.
आदेश शिकारी
आदेश, हाँ. हाँ, मैं करूँगा.
तैयार हाँ सही शिकारी आदेश हाँ शिकारी
Yes, I am going. Command.
Right.
Yes.
Ottoman consulate. Send some delis.
हाँ. मैं जा रहा हूँ. हाँ शिकारी. हेलो. मकान मकान लगा. हाँ.
तैयार आदेश मकान मकान लकड़हारा
Tamam, haydi bakalım. Azul.
That's good.
Yeah, right. Should be able to H in
Good.
short
Dožme.
time.
हेलो हाँ शिकार है
Ready. I am going.
Oh, he's coming again. He has grenadiers.
Yes, I am going.
Okay. Yeah, right those. So I could H now, but I'm not sure if this is the right time. On the other hand, the Mahout could change.
But he's still
I'm
I think
I'm Hing, and I will get the
Yes.
Mahout. I will get the Mahout.
हाँ शिकारी
That's good.
तैयार
हेलो मकान बना शिकार है या कमाने वाला
आदेश कमाने वाला
Yes. Tayar. Ready.
Hazır. Evet. Tamamdır.
Yes. तैयार आदेश मैं करूंगा हमला मैं करूंगा
Emrin evet.
मैं तैयार मैं जा रहा हूँ मैं करूंगा
हाँ शिकारी
मैं करूंगा
हाँ कमाने वाला हेलो आदेश सही शिकारी
Right, Mahout against the rush. Alright, I will get the Falks and this one. Falconets are dead.
तैयार
आदेश सही शिकार है
I win. I am going. I win. I am going.
हाँ मकान लकड़हारा
Dois do ferma nuk
हेलो
zibida.
लकड़हारा हाँ शिकारी आदेश सही शिकारी
हाँ मैं करूंगा
हाँ कमाने वाला
command
हेलो मकान अकादारा या
हेलो मकान लकड़हारा
yes yes I win
Right. Two more Mahouts we can push. Oh, there's a
Okay.
blockhouse.
I am going. I win command
I need to secure my flank.
Ready. I win
Resources.
command you yes आदेश मैं जा रहा हूँ तैयार आदेश मैं करूँ मैं जा रहा हूँ
आदेश
आदेश मकान अकादारा
हाँ
हाँ मैं जा रहा हूँ
मैं करूंगा
आदेश
हेलो
हाँ मैं जा रहा हूँ battle
आदेश कमाने वाला
तैयार हाँ मैं करूँगा आदेश हाँ मैं जा रहा हूँ हाँ मैं जा रहा हूँ
मैं जब
We can push. We can push
Yes.
into the base.
I am going. Make yes, I am going. Yes.
Oh. The Maya are in Africa.
There's the GG.
मैं जा रही हूँ तैयार आदेश
Nice.
Yep. Nice.
Ready.
Yeah, but I think the Ottoman wasn't very active. He had much more opportunities than he did use.
Yeah. In the last fight, the positioning was a bit the problem. He had the Sipahi, but they were on the side of my heavy infantry.
But we could present a victory to our watchers.
Well, my game plan was spam musketeers and let my teammate do the job, and it works
Yes.
every time.
I did also send advanced rear arsenal so I get more of my cruise ops and my salteadores out. That was nice. And I think on the African maps, if you have the Sudans, the strategy to go with a lot of haciendas is always a promising one.
Yeah.
Most of the time, because it doesn't require you to send most other cards, because you just get 4 haciendas and you get 6 wills for extra.
I
Good.
think it's time
Yes.
to raid somebody.
Okay.
I think.
Which do you have in mind? Who do you have in mind?
Yeah, I think. I trade. I raid Timujin.
Okay.
I think. Raid Timujin. Right. Then, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next time.
Next time.